I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. As Donald Trump is on the eve of being criminally indicted by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, what is Donald Trump doing? Well, he's making videos of himself and posting it on social media where he is praising Vladimir Putin and spreading pro-Putin, pro-Russian propaganda to such an extent that I don't even think Putin and Putin's propaganda arm is even going this far as Donald Trump is doing in this video. Evidently, Donald Trump believes that Vladimir Putin is going to save him, so that is who he is appealing to. Let that sink in for a moment. So in this video of himself that Donald Trump created, he calls for the dismantling of NATO, a reevaluation of America's relationship with NATO. He calls for the dismantling of the Defense Department. He calls for the dismantling of our intelligence services. He says that Russia is not our greatest threat. He says that the greatest threat and biggest threat to the United States of America is the United States of America. Here, play this video, this despicable video of Donald Trump. Play it right now.
At home. The State Department, the defense bureaucracy, the intelligence services, and all of the rest need to be completely overhauled and reconstituted to fire the deep staters and put America first. We have to put America first. Finally, we have to finish the process we began under my administration of fundamentally reevaluating NATO's purpose and NATO's mission. Our foreign policy establishment keeps trying to pull the world into conflict with a nuclear-armed Russia based on the lie that Russia represents our greatest threat. But the greatest threat to Western civilization today is not Russia. It's probably, more than anything else, ourselves and some of the horrible USA-hating people that represent us.
So to compete with this disgusting propaganda, Ron DeSantis has told Tucker Carlson, a Russian propagandist, that he basically agrees with Donald Trump. Here, let me read you the quote that Ron DeSantis gave to Tucker Carlson. This is what DeSantis said. Quote, "While the U.S. has many vital national interests becoming further entangled in a territorial dispute between Ukraine and Russia is not one of them." That's from Ron DeSantis to Tucker Carlson. And I want to show you this video now that the Republican Accountability Project made that demonstrates how Tucker Carlson, the main mouthpiece for the Republican Party, a propagandist, is literally parroting Russian propaganda. Here, play this clip.
Siding with Putin. Who's siding with Putin? I haven't seen anybody do that.
The West started the war and we used force in order to stop it.
If there is any single American who deserves scorn and, yes, blame for the invasion of Ukraine, it would be Joe Biden.
The Ukrainian people have become hostages of their Western masters.
Ukraine is not a democracy. It's a client state of the Biden administration.
The U.S. were training on the future theater of military actions by owning biological laboratories in Ukraine.
Military biological programs are under development in Ukraine, financed by the U.S. Defense Ministry.
Western countries were setting military bases on our border.
The Russians don't want American missiles on their border. They don't want a hostile government next door.
NATO took specific actions, expansions to our borders.
Getting Ukraine to join NATO was the key to inciting war with Russia.
The elites of the West are not hiding their goals. They are trying to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia.
The Biden administration wanted all along a regime change war against Russia.
The initiators of the sanctions are punishing themselves.
So it's not Vladimir Putin who's getting punished, it's American citizens. It's you.
The West provoked the growth of prices in their own countries, collapse of energy sector.
Gas prices are already the highest they have ever been in history. So the price of natural gas and the price of electricity and food and everything else you buy. I think we should probably take the side of Russia if we have to choose between Russia and Ukraine. That is my view. We're on Putin's side.
And here is video of Tucker Carlson also spreading Russian propaganda and saying that President Zelensky of Ukraine is demanding American sons and daughters be sent to fight in the Russian-Ukraine war, which is absolutely false. Play the clip.
But here you have these people, these hair hats on television, scolding the American Speaker of the House because he won't suck up to a corrupt foreign leader who's demanding that you send your children to a war in a country you can't find on a map. Zelensky's on television almost every day demanding that you send your children to war, really, where they could die.
And now let's take a quick break to talk about our next partner, Rhone. If you're like me, you understand the pains of finding out what to wear. Let's face it, most clothes are uncomfortable or too tight or never actually the size that you really are, and not to mention the annoyance of trying to put together a good outfit. And when you finally do have a good fit, you can only wear it for a few hours before you have an important meeting or dinner, and then you have to change. Everyone wants to dress their best and look good at all times because, frankly, it's a confidence booster. So here's the deal. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Rhone stepped up to the challenge. Rhone's commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man. And here's why. Rhone helps you get ready for any occasion with the commuter collection, which offers the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the Rhone commuter collection. Rhone's comfortable 4-way stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility that leaves you free to enjoy what life throws your way, from your commute to work to your 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle. With Rhone's wrinkle release technology, wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products. It's that easy. With the Gold Fusion anti-odor technology, you'll be smelling fresh and clean all day long. And on top of that, Rhone is 100% machine washable, so you can ditch the dry cleaner altogether. I absolutely love Rhone. This has truly become my go-to commuter fit. We're on the move a lot. Whether it's jumping from meeting to meeting, or catching a flight, or an important dinner, the Rhone commuter collection has never let me down. The versatility and overall comfort of the collection is undefeated. Even after I wear it all day, I still feel super fresh because of the Gold Fusion anti-odor technology. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to Rhone.com/Meidas and use promo code Meidas to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to RHONE.com/Meidas and use code Meidas. It's time to find your corner office. And now back to the video.
And here is a video clip of Tucker Carlson recounting how he secretly planned to go and interview Vladimir Putin. Watch this clip.
Definitely hiding my plan to go interview Putin just because it's an interview.
So how did that happen?
Business.
How do you know the NSA broke into your signal?
Because they admitted it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like, can you tell us about that? Like, how did you find out?
I got a call from somebody in Washington who would know, just trust me, so I went up there for another reason, but this person said, you know, are you going to come to Washington anytime soon? This was a year and a half ago. And I was like, yeah, actually, I'm going to be up in a week. Meet me Sunday morning. So weird. Like, who does that? Just text me. You know what I mean? Just text me. No. So I go and this person's like, and this is someone who would know, are you planning a trip to go see Putin? This was the summer before the war started. And I was like, how would you know that? I haven't told anybody. I mean, anybody, not my brother, not my wife, nobody. And just because, you know, it's one of a million things you're working on. But that was one of them. I want to go interview. Why wouldn't I want to interview Putin?
Of course.
I want to interview Xi. I want to interview everybody, right? That's kind of my job.
We want to get Kim Jong-un on here one day.
Of course. We met him.
You did?
Yep.
Oh, we got to talk about that after. But
super interesting. But anyway.
Holy shit.
How would you know that? Because NSA pulled your text with this other person you were texting. How did you know that? And so I was intimidated. I'm embarrassed to admit.
And all of this comes at the same time that the United States military has released video of a Russian fighter jet acting recklessly and downing a U.S. drone. Now, Russia claimed that its jet did absolutely nothing wrong, but I want you to watch this right now, and you'll see in this video the Russian jet hitting the MQ-9 drone, and Russia claims this never happened. Here, play this clip. So you add all of this up together, And you should only be able to draw one conclusion about who the Republican Party is today. It is a really sad and disappointing thing, to say the very least, that this is what they've become. From tear down the wall to arguably at least saying things about defending America's interests from Russia, to being Putin's puppet. That is who the MAGA Republicans, who the Republicans are. I mean, just think about this. If you were to ask the Republicans, who would you rather have lead the United States? Vladimir Putin or any Democrat? Forget Biden, because it's obvious that the MAGA Republicans would pick Putin over Biden. I have no doubt, like overwhelmingly, because that's who the MAGA Republicans are. Any Democrat versus Vladimir Putin, I would almost certainly guarantee you in that poll, the MAGA Republicans would pick Vladimir Putin. And why? They are being fed a diet of disinformation and propaganda saying that to them. That is what the leader of their cult, Donald Trump, is telling them. That is what Trump psycho fans who now are running against him, I suppose, or will run against him, but are too afraid to challenge him, like Ron DeSantis, publicly. They are following that. It is a cult. They are following their cult leader. This is what Fox is telling them. This is what their right-wing echo chamber is telling them. This is what Marjorie Taylor Greene is telling them. This is what Lauren Boebert is telling them. This is what they are being told each and every day. So that's why they feel this way. And Donald Trump knows what he is doing. Donald Trump would have no problem, this is because he did it during the time he was in office, selling out our country, our security interests, destroying the United States of America for Vladimir Putin. If it meant for Donald Trump that he could keep his money or he could keep his fame. Guarantee you. It's really sad to see. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Now, hit subscribe. We are on our way to 1 million subscribers, so please hit subscribe. We are marching to 1 million subs in the month of March. Help us get there. We're almost there. Also, check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Also, wherever you get your audio podcast, just search MeidasTouch Podcast, MeidasTouch podcast. Download it. It's free. All right, now hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas.
The best part of waking up? MAGA tears in my cup. Check out the new MAGA tears mug, available now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com. It's 100% union made right here in the USA. I know I'm not tired of winning yet. How about you? Get yours today.